Yep, it'll be okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna start her up. We're just a couple minutes early.
There's lots of people here, though.
We've got Laura and Cindy and Rennie and Sybil and Barbara Clark and Ray in the house. And good morning, Shell.
Good morning, Peg. We're doing Pick a Stick Challenge. Who knows what's going to happen?
The sticks of fate.
The sticks of fate, yes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 10 sticks out because that's how many total prompts there are. And then we'll get the colors and we'll get the wild cards so that we have those to go. And then for the other 6, we'll just pick them in random order as we go. How does that sound? Is anyone else playing along?
Hope so. I will be.
Andrea or Andrea. Yep. Okay.
Go for it, Shell.
Well, first of all, I have a big bucket. This is all the sticks. There's lots and lots of them. It's hard to work with it. So I'm gonna draw them in this order, like we have been for the last couple years, which is by color. And then I'm gonna put those in this smaller bucket. So we'll start out with a yellow. So just so you guys can see, I guess. I'll just like really try to get something from underneath. Nothing on the top. There's the yellow. Then I need a blue. Try to get something good. I don't know what they are. I don't want to be able to see. And then 2 greens. And this is why it's called the Sticks of Fate, because we have no idea what's going to happen. 2 oranges. Get one from over here. And then the 2 purples, which are the colors. Hopefully I'm not getting any duplicates of anything. And then 2 red. Okay, I can put this away because now I have the 10 that we're going to use today, and all the other 300 million of them can go back in their bucket. Okay, so first let's get out the 2 purples because those are the colors. And the colors are orange and aqua. That's a pretty good color combination, actually.
Yes, it is.
Aqua is like a light teal color. And then let's get 2 out that are going to be the wild cards. We have glue and cat. That's a shape.
Glue and cat. Okay.
Glue and cat. So those are the ones you can replace if you don't like one of the random ones we draw here. So your colors are orange and aqua. Your wild cards are glue or cat. So these can be in addition to the other 6 if you want, or they can be in place of if you don't have or don't like one of them that we draw as we go. So first one is going to be, as you can see, I cannot see what I'm drawing, so I have no idea. Glass.
Okay, glass.
Glass.
I have an idea. On my desk, I have a little glass jar.
Yeah, I was thinking something like mark making with a glass jar, but if you're going to do that, I got to do something else. So well, I think, I think I have an idea too. I think I have an idea.
So I'm going to grab some aquamarine ink. And I'm just going to use my little glass jar with that aquamarine ink. and get something down.
I think I'm going to make mine look like a stained glass.
Oh, cool.
And I guess that's just going to drive the whole thing because, yeah, once you've made it into a stained glass, there's not much else you can do.
Oh, yeah, you can always paint over it. Just saying.
My mom used to do stained glass way back in the day.
Well, the stained glass to me is very much like that technique that Mary Beth was showing. She was doing, just random curvy lines, but I mean, stained glass is more the angular type thing because you're cutting glass, and glass has pretty straight lines. I mean, you can cut some curves in glass, but it's a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
So I have those little ones. Let's see, I've got this thing sitting on my desk too that I was using for my alcohol the other day. Guess I might as well keep going with this. I'm on a roll, right? See if I can ink this up.
Yeah, this is going to take me a second.
Yeah. So I'm just going to continue playing.
Good plan.
Hey, Becky, how are you this morning? Hi, Ela. What's going on in your lives? Tell us what's going on. Did you guys see that big wreck they had over in Chicago? There was like, I don't know how many, 50-some cars involved. Good grief.
Wow.
It was all icy. We had snow here yesterday.
I was just glancing at the thing this morning and it said that there was like all this snow and stuff like where I used to live in Oregon.
Yeah.
I couldn't draw a straight line to save my freaking life. But I know what I'm going for.
Well, so let's see. Other things.
More manageable.
I'm going to pull out some peacock feathers too, because I can.
Peacock feathers?
Yeah. In the Distress Oxide.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't know where that's coming from, Peg.
Yeah, I don't have any of those feathers.
Not sure
I
what
think
peacock
about
feathers has to do with glass, but okay.
I think somebody sent me a couple.
They're really pretty. I've had them before in my life, but I don't remember if I have any right this minute. Trying to move a little bit quicker here. I'm not getting as precise shapes, but I don't want everyone to have to wait for me. I guess I could draw the next one if you're ready.
Hi, Lindy.
Do you want me to draw the next prompt and just?
Oh, that would be good. Yeah.
Okay, it's because it's gonna take me a while to do this.
Yeah.
Draw.
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 Okay. And that's what you're doing.
I am, as a matter of fact. Kind of, yes.
So I'm just using those circular shapes that I created with the glass. And I need to add to my list here, which is number 2. Hi, Cindy Bagley. Hi, Marie. Number 2 is draw.
Yeah.
Okay. So there we go. So I'm just adding some of this distress oxide with a tool to those bubble shapes that we did with the glass. And I'm just going to because we're only on step number 2, guys, okay? I'm not going to draw anything fancy at this point because we're only on step number 2. We don't know where all of this is going because we haven't drawn the rest of that yet. So I'm not going to wet my page yet either because we need this to be a dry surface if I'm going to draw on it. So I'm going to actually heat set that ink. Yeah, isn't that a pretty color? The colors that we drew for the challenge, or Shell drew for the challenge, are orange and aqua. So that's what we're doing here. I had an aquamarine out to start with, which is this from the archival ink, and then I have the Peacock Feathers Distress Oxide on here. So I just want to make sure that that's good and dry before I do anything else. And I think I'm just going to get a marker or a pen. Actually, I have this Posca out here that I was writing my stuff down with, so I'll use what's on my desk, right?
That's always the best choice.
So I'm just going to draw some of those circular shapes with my pen, my Posca pen. And probably should add, since I've got that black in there, probably should get a black archival and come back to that first glass piece that I had out and add just a few of those rings in black. Keeps the theme going here. Okay. Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy. I don't even have any color on mine yet.
Well, I have one color on mine. Haven't done anything else yet. So let me see. I could make that a little bit better. A little darker. Not better, just darker. It's a choice thing. So
I don't
you've
know.
got a lot of stained glass there.
All right. I think I'm happy with glass and draw. For now.
Yeah. I'm gonna have some coffee.
The next one is divide. I already did that. I divided my page into a bunch of sections already. I guess I could do a few more and say I did divide. I don't know. This is going really weird.
What's
He's
the prompt?
Some lunatic.
What's the prompt?
The prompt is divide.
Divide?
Yeah. I already did that. Divide. What else could I do with divide? Divide.
Well, you've got that Mathman stencil that's got a division thing on it, right?
It does probably have division on it. Let me look. If I can find it.
She'll find it. I'm sure she will find it. So how's everybody doing today? Everybody staying well? Hi, Andrea. Glad you could join us. Okay, so while she's looking,
Not sure what this has to do with anything though.
I am going to look at some papers here. I want some actually that's kind of nice.
Didn't the smaller one in that set have like just plus minus like a bunch of symbols on it?
I don't know. I don't have that one.
Ha. It's this one. Does this have divide on it? Just one.
Just one? Oh boy.
There's, I guess, two on there. Oh gosh. How do I even get this one off? I have to undo this.
These are not very. Okay, that is not what I want. That might not be bad. It's got the orange and the blue.
I don't know about that. It's so tiny, but there is a division symbol.
And circles. So, what else have I got here? Bunch of stuff. Okay. I think I've got stuff. What I need, though, is another piece of paper.
Ugh. There's no paint coming out of it. Oh, there we go. There's some aqua. I think this one's kind of aqua also. Ugh. Although it's called Ocean Green. Seems like aqua to me. Orange. Orange.
I think I'm gonna get some tape from Elizabeth. And
well, I've got orange on my fingers. That's probably not helpful.
Gonna do some taping down. Let me see. This is double stick tape. Just a piece of scratch paper. I was playing around with something, I don't know what.
So I forgot to turn my camera on. Isn't that lovely?
And so I like this, let me see which way I'm going. I want to go this way, I think. So I'm going to just glue this down on here. I want to use the dry adhesive just because I don't want my page real wet. Stick that down. And this one down. Yada yada. I can get it peeled up. You know, this is the hard part of crafting, is peeling the backer off.
That's true. I adjusted my page, by the way. That's how come I can wipe stuff off that's not behaving, in case anybody was wondering.
I'm going to divide this paper. Let's see how big this is. Oh yeah, we got plenty of paper. So I'm going to divide this paper by cutting it out. I'm going to cut this shape. Out of this page. And I've got other pieces here that can be used elsewhere. Let's see how we're doing. So this actually is a little bit longer than I need, so I'm going to trim that off. And just a hair more. And then, as Cindy Utter says, get out your washi tape.
There you go.
Let's see what I've got here. Oh, look at there. I had just the right color. Got that. So I'm going to need that. I'm going to stick this. Actually, I've got enough. I can do the other side too. Well, let's just do the other side too. Why not?
Why not? sure what this is doing for me. Not much.
Yeah.
They're so tiny.
Maybe you have to clump them together more to get more of an effect.
Yeah.
Get that off of there. And then I'm going to stick this down on there. There we go. All righty. Come on. You can do it. You can come up anytime now. I'm waiting patiently. Or impatiently, whatever you want to say. All right. There we go. Oh, and then I stuck that to it. It's not too cool. Oh, well. It'll be okay.
Yep, it'll be okay. We'll get there.
Or not. This is okay. You ever see those things where Lucille Ball had all that stuff stuck to the bottom of her shoe? Guess what I have? And you can't get this stuff off because no matter what you do, it sticks to you. Hey, Peggy Bread. All right. So
that's enough of that. I want something else.
All right.
Let's find out what the next one is. Saturated. Who's drawing these, man? Saturated. Saturated. Really?
You got some good words today.
Yeah. I guess I'm just going to really saturate this with some color. That one's a really transparent color. I'm not sure I was up to this today.
You're doing great. You know how it is. Everything has to go through that ugly stage to get to where you want it to be.
Well, this is ugly. I'll tell you that.
You know, for these being non-stick scissors, they sure are sticking to everything.
Eventually they get enough stuff on them after you've used them for a while.
Yeah, I got plenty of stuff on them for sure. Okay, so I got one little corner there. It needs something stuck to it. It stuck to my finger just fine. I think it would stick to this too. All right. So, while Shell is saturating, I'm still putting my page together here. So I'm going to get my washi tape, and I'm actually going to use some additional tape on here, I think. Just to make sure it stays put. This washi does not always have a lot of stick on it.
No, it does not. It's not very tacky.
And I'm going to try and leave just a little bit of room, little wiggle room. This isn't real wide tape either. So get that down. And flip it over. To the back side too. There we go. And that'll give us a little tip out for our page. Just like that. So now I've got this going on. And some more Lucy action. I could put a pocket on there. Yeah. I mean, I could actually fasten this down here and make a pocket, but I think I'm just going to do it as a tip out here. And extend my page a bit. And gives me a place to put more stuff. Yeah, that does, see, that tape does not want to stay. And in that instance, I grab my glue stick. Oh, put some glue on it.
I don't think washi tape ever wants to stay.
All right, so I did my divide. Now I need to saturate. Well, I think I'm going to go back to those papers, see what else I've got. I don't know if I have another. Yeah, I do have some more of this really wild stuff. So I'm going to pull that out. So I'm going to use some more pieces of that. And as far as saturate, the other color that was on here was orange. So I'm going to get some water medium and saturate my page with watery mediums here. These are those water reservoir brushes that just have, I put ink into them. I think you guys have all seen Diane Reevely do that. Just make your own water reservoir paintbrushes.
I wonder if any of these colors are orange and aqua.
And it's a very saturated color.
I was going to try to play with these, but I don't actually know what to do. How do you fill these things? How do you fill these pens, Peg? I have all these little ink cartridges.
What kind of pen is it?
This.
Okay, so you have to take the back end off.
This
and
part?
you have to, yeah, it's got a plunger. So, I mean, if you want to fill the cartridge, you have to stick it into something and then pull the plunger back to fill the cartridge. You know
Can
what
I
I'm
just stick
saying?
the cartridge on?
Yeah, the cartridge just has, okay, let me show you. Do I have one out here? Where's my pens? Okay, so these are disposable ones. I don't know if I can get into them.
It just looks like maybe I could just put this thing right on there. But
there's a, yeah, there, if you have ink in a cartridge, does your cartridge already have ink? I can't see.
Yeah.
Okay, so that just, there's a little dipple on the end of it, and there's a little plunger on the inside of your pen, and you just push it down until it inserts into that dipple. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe I better read the directions. This probably wasn't a good time to do this. Step 1, disassemble the pin. Step 2, insert the opening into the grip section. So insert the opening at the end of the cartridge with the opening in the grip section. In the grip section, that's this, okay? To the grip section.
You'll hear it snap in place. I'm trying to find mine.
Step 3, press firmly. There we go. Leave the pin tip down. I guess put it back on. So then I don't need this other part that came inside of it, I guess.
What other part?
This was inside.
Does that have a plunger on it? You can refill it.
Yeah, it's got a little, like,
yeah, see, that has the plunger and you can refill it. So you just put that in your ink well and then pull it back and it fills up with whatever color ink you want.
Okay. But for the refilled one, for the pre-filled one, I don't need that.
No, pre-filled one, you don't need it.
Okay, all right. So then it says, leave the pen tip down. Until the feed is saturated with ink. I need to get something to write on, I guess.
Hey, Leslie, hi. Hi, Scrap Chick.
Okay, there we go.
You getting it?
Ink's coming out.
Okay. All right.
So I wonder what it does.
It's just
guess
like
we can-
it's just like a writing pen. I mean, these are the ones that are pre-filled. They're like Pilot Varsity or disposable, but it's
I
got
can
your,
do mark making.
yeah.
Okay, that's not that impressive. Is it water soluble?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Typically. I mean, some of them are not. You have to try it, but most of them are water soluble.
Well, let's find out. Oh yeah. It's water soluble for sure. Okay. Interesting and different. And it made marks. It made marks, dips in my paper, like scratches.
Yeah.
Yep. Because it's hard. So I guess once you put a cartridge in there, that's the color it's going to be.
Yeah.
So there's a ton of cartridges here in my thing, but only 5 pins.
Well, you can wash them out.
Oh, that's interesting. I'll play with it later some other time. I got to think of some other way to saturate. I don't know.
I should have gessoed this, but I didn't. So we're getting what we get.
Yeah, there's definitely little scratches on my page now where I wrote with that pen. Definitely.
Because the paper on here is very porous and it's not gessoed. This stuff is sinking right in.
Which is good for saturation. Mine, I gessoed it.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't have gessoed it. Because it's not getting very saturated.
Well, this is going to be totally soaking saturated, I'm telling you.
I'm going to draw the next one.
Okay.
Mop.
Oh, I'm going to have to mop
now
some of
that you've
this up.
saturated it, you get to mop it.
That's funny.
That makes no sense. No sense.
That's the sticks of fate for you. All right. I need a green. That's what I need, oh, there's much left in that one. I need a green and I need maybe a turquoisey blue. Let me pull some more stuff out here.
When all else fails, throw more stuff at it.
Yeah. When you want it to bleed, it doesn't do it. Oh, well. I need a little wet mop up here.
Well, if you've got plenty of water, then you can always mop.
Okay, and then we need something on this side also.
Okay, let's mop it off. But then my saturated gets less saturated.
So true, so true. That saturated color, but then we mop it up, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I need to do a little mop. Need to get a rag out here and get some of that water off and dry it down.
How did I manage to dip this in orange paint? I'm feeling really, really nauseous. And not because my page is ugly, but because I'm actually just feeling really nauseous. Ugh. Oh.
That was number 5, was mop.
Yeah, 5 was mop. I'm not gonna sure I'm gonna make it through this. Number 6 is one of our old ones that has more than one word.
I'm sorry.
You remember we had old ones that has more than one word?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna get a different one because it has
Okay.
more than one word. I guess I just threw them all in there together.
Hi, Shelley. How are you today?
The last one is scratch. Scratch.
Okay. This is still quite wet, quite saturated.
We should probably mop it.
Yeah.
How do I keep getting this on my page? I don't understand where this orange paint is coming from. Oh, it was on the back of this. That's why it keeps getting on my page. Peg, I think I'm going to have to go.
You gotta go?
I feel really sick.
Well, then go.
So I think I'm going to go throw up. And
Okay. Go do what you need to do, Shell.
You finish the show, okay?
Yep, got it.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Hopefully she'll feel better. If she will, she'll come back. But she needs to go take care of herself. Good heavens. Hope nobody else is feeling like that. Not the way to be today. So I'm just kind of try to dry this down a little bit more. That is unfortunate. Thanks for all the well wishes, guys. You know, sometimes when you're live, things happen. And there's not much you can do about it. Just gotta go do what you gotta go do. Okay. So, yeah, thanks for all the well wishes, guys. That's super of you. All right. Now, something else that's in here is glue and cat. And I think, you know, the way we used to do this all the time was to go ahead and follow all the prompts. I don't know if I have a cat image in this stuff. I'm looking. If not, we might have to make a cat. Out of something else. Let's see. Got dogs and seahorses and all kinds of other stuff. Birds. Oh, there's a cat. Ha ha, there's a cat. With a crown. A crowned cat. Look at that. So, I think I want to do some more pen work on here. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that word, you know? Sometimes cat, dog, whatever, I don't know. I'm just drawing in here to give it a little more interest. I think I will do kind of a border over here. And need to separate out these areas a little bit because it just gives it a little better. Now you can doodle into all of these areas. We don't have time for that on the show, but you know, think about what you could do just drawing. And honestly, this is still quite wet, so what I would do normally is let this dry overnight, and then you could come back in and do some doodling on here. But I can take some Posca pens because they always seem to write over this stuff. So I can, you know, do a little bit of doodle work on here with a Posca pen because those acrylics are going to go over these water mediums okay. And they're dry enough that I can get away with that. And then, you know, fill in some of these areas. Actually, if you want to see some really cool doodles, go over and watch Vicki. Is Vicki here today? I don't see her. She might be out having to do some pharmacy runs or something. Messy Table Studio. Vicki is the doodle queen. Check out her channel. I think you'll like what she does. And I know she's on Instagram too. It's always fun to follow other people and see what they're doing. Okay, so you get the idea. You get the drift here that you can doodle on all of this. And over here where I was just using the paper, I would also doodle on these with my Posca, just so it doesn't look like something that's stuck down on the page. It's got more definition here. And going around these. But you get the idea. You just want to bring that out a little bit. But we need it's snowing. Oh my goodness. We had that yesterday. Finally got to you guys. Oh, so sorry, Laura. Did you see? Yeah, the big accident in Chicago was because all that rain or water hit nobody could see it. Nobody could see it. It was just a sheet of ice out there, and that big pile up was, yeah. Oops. So I'm gonna look for a quote that I like. And I like this one. Let's see if I can get it in here. And I'm going to use those circles on here. And it says, there are only 2 things this woman can't resist. And I think I want that bigger. So I'm going to emphasize resist. And that would be her cat and her. Other. Sorry, I'm not paying a lot of attention to the chat right now because I am doing this. Our cat and our other cat. So we've got our kitty. And we need another kitty here. So let me see. We need 2 kitties. Oh, it's just scribbles, honey. Just scribbles. Thank you. Yeah, my writing leaves a lot to be desired. So I've got another kitty here, but I don't want it to look just identical to the other one. So what are we going to do? We're going to change it. Because we can't. So I'm going to take the scissors to it. And we're going to glue it down because glue is the other wild card, glue and cat, right? So I need my glue stick, wherever I put that. I know I had it out. There it is. There we go. Get one kitty. Get the other kitty. Get those to stick down. And then we'll do some shadowing and things around that to emphasize it. The kitties look mysterious? Okay. They're the mystery cats. Oh, I need to cut that with a knife. That was a mess. I can't cut with scissors on the edge of a page. My life depended on it. I ordered a new knife. Let's see how it goes. It's supposed to be more ergonomic. I'll let you know when I get it what I think of it. That cut a lot better. Okay. Now I lost my, see if I'm getting, there we go. Trying to watch the chat. There we go. All right. Twin cats. Yes, that's right, Leslie. Twin cats. They probably came from the same litter, but I'm thinking we could probably change it up a little with some color. What did I do with that? I want that limey one. There we go. See if I can change the color of this a little bit. So there's a little distinction between the kitties. All right. So that's wet. That's saturated. Use that word as much as I can today. Thanks. You guys are so kind. Yeah, I know, Lindy. I'm so sorry. Zentangles. Yes, she does do Zentangles. I think she was teaching Leslie some of those too. They are very cool. All right, what did I do with my pen? So there again, you know, when you're working on something like this, you can make your decorations on here any way you want. And you can come back in like with your colored pens and things, make different marks here. I don't know if I've got anything that's going to color over this. Yeah. So take your other color pens and draw in here. These are those, what is this? It's called Penmark Permanent Ink Marker. So we got another color here. It's not a lot different from the other one. But you can pull from some of the other things that you see here, like you see how this has the hash mark lines and this has this type of line. So I mean, you can also go in and emphasize those with the same colors that you're using. It's all about doodle play. And let's see, we need to get out my Pitt pens because I need a little color around here. Now, normally, if I'm going to use pet pens, and you guys know this, I'm going to take some medium. And this is probably a good time to do this because I've got all this water-soluble stuff on here. I'm just going to take some matte medium. Oh, this must be a new jar. And get a brush. And I'm gonna coat this lightly to seal it all in because these are water soluble. I want to make sure they're not going anywhere when I do all that stuff on top. That'll help with that washi tape too. That'll help hold that down. See, there's a little orange that migrated. Where's my rag? Oh, okay, thanks. Now I'm gonna have to dry that down. Thanks, Scrap Chick. All right, so let's dry this a little bit. Oops, that's not plugged in. Can't use that one. So how you guys coming? You working on a page? You gonna post something over in Art Joy Sharing? I'd love to see what you did this morning. So that's getting fairly dry. Can't make it perfect, but the reason you want to do that is because like when you're working with a real porous paper like this, because remember I did not gesso this to start with, these things are not going to move the way they normally would if you had it on a gessoed surface. So when I come back to add shadow, I want to make sure that it's going to move. So can you guys see the shadow on that kitty now? Where if I had not done, and I might need a wet wipe here. You want your finger to be wet when you're trying to move it. But we do a shadow under the kitty because they're not just sitting out there. And we'll do around here. Get it to blend a little. I like to use blues, purples, you know, something other than a black all the time. Especially when you're doing a colorful page like this, it just calls for some more color. See how I just wet my finger with the baby wipe to help that move? And if it doesn't move the way you want, sometimes you have to get a little bit more aggressive. But even on this side, around this kitty, there's a shadow between the cats. Oh, hi, Ingrid. Sorry, I'm not following. Barb, has anyone ever had this happen to your paintbrushes? The finish on the handle got all sticky and awful. It won't wash off. As if the underlying varnish changed its quality. Oh, what kind of brush is it, Barb? You might be able to take something and scrape it and then put a sealer over it. Not sure. Yeah, good idea, Barb. That's my best suggestion, you know, because you'd hate to. I've had paint peel all the way off before, depending on the brush, you know, but you can seal them up again. Mm. Yeah, Ingrid's not a name that you hear in the States that often. My husband is Danish, so, you know, we we might hear a little bit more going back home. But yeah. Good. I'm glad you guys are introducing yourselves. So that's about it for the show today, guys. I'm just going to continue to doodle on here. So sorry, Shell was under the weather and wasn't able to stay with us. I'm going to check on her and make sure that things are okay. Hope she hasn't contracted something awful. Oh, you're welcome, Cindy. I hope you have a good day. I don't have a lot planned for today. Shell and I were talking about videos we have to do, but I don't know what the future holds for her, if she's going to have anything for you guys next week or not, because you know how it is. When you're sick, you're sick. You got to take care of yourself. So I don't know if I can let's see if I can get this. Oh yeah, I can get in a little bit closer so you guys can see the doodles. Bye, Shelley. Thanks for coming by today. Yeah, so I'm just, emphasizing what's already here, and then I'll come in with some other colors and things to finish the page out. But the show itself is just an hour and a half show, and we never we never seem to get anything completely done. Oh, I will, Lindy. Thank you. Thanks for your kind thoughts. I know she hated to leave like that. So just doing a few squiggles here. Okay, Sybil. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it does. It does, Cindy. Sorry. So do you guys have any questions about what we were doing today with our kitty page? Anything I can help clear up for you? We'll put the prompts over on ArtJoy Sharing. So if you're a member of ArtJoy Sharing, you'll be able to get the graphic over there. And that's about it from me today. Thanks for being here. Yeah, we like bright and happy on the gray days, don't we? All right. So rest up, take care of yourselves, stay well, and make art. I'll see you again next time. Bye.